So my transition here to CMU has been great. Obviously, it was a transition that I kind of knew about. It was something that was in the plans and in the works. So it was a little bit easier that way. It wasn't a fast move. It was kind of following these guys towards the end of last year and kind of transitioning into making my way this way. So, and there's a lot of new guys here as well. So, as I came in, knowing a lot of the returners and then kind of aware of the new guys that were coming in, it was a fairly easy adjustment.
And then looking ahead to this weekend, you got the Reno Tournament of Champions, always a tough tournament. What are your expectations for the guys this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be our fourth tournament, and for some of them, it might be their first tournament or second tournament, depending on if they've been in. So, just competing, just getting better. I mean, the expectation is get better from competition to competition, and I've seen that. I've seen that with these two guys, and I've seen it with other guys in the team as we go from one competition to the next. We just want to see us progress and get better.
And then Payton, for you, first tournament of the year for you, what are your expectations for this weekend?
I'm excited to get out there and put in a few more matches in the day. My expectations is I'm going out there to win it. I don't think anybody else should have any other mentality than that. And so I'm excited to be out there on the mat and grateful for the opportunity.
And then Donnie, same question for you, kind of a different thing. This is your third tournament. What are your expectations going into this weekend?
Obviously, same as Payton. I'm going in there to win it. I don't care what big schools are going to be there, big Division I schools. I'm going to go out there and try to compete my best and win.
Questions?
Mike, is coming in, I mean, you've had head coaching experience, obviously, at different levels. And sometimes that can, there's a head coach or the assistant coach. It looks like you and Chuck have just kind of figured out how to work together and nobody steps on anybody's toes. Is that just, he opens it up, says do whatever you need to? Or?
I think we just collaborate, we work together, we communicate. I think that's the key of any coaching staff is you communicate with your staff. And, I think before coming in, we understood, we're both kind of have head coach, have head coach experience coming to join a head coach and be his assistant. And that's my job. And I understand that role is I'm here to be his assistant coach and help him wherever he needs. And, I think the fact that I've been a head coach, I kind of understand his role and where he's at and kind of what is expected and needed in an assistant coach. And so, I don't have an ego. I come in, I coach wrestling. And tell you the truth, it's a little easier being an assistant coach than a head coach. So, I'm kind of enjoying this year and getting an opportunity to be more hands-on with the guys.
Yeah, I talked to Donnie last week, and he gave you a lot of credit for kind of working with him and being a tactician and all. It's kind of fun to take one or two guys every day and work with them on certain things and kind of, how's that translating with Donnie's wrestling this year?
Yeah, and Donnie, man, he's doing great. Maybe some guys are surprised that he's ranked 11th in the country right now, but I'm not, because these guys are working hard, and Donnie's doing everything that we're asking and then some. And when there's individual workouts, he's soaking it up like a sponge. And so, yeah, it's fun to work with guys and, try and help them get better and maybe show them some things that, they need to strengthen their wrestling and shore up their weaknesses and just make them better wrestlers. And it's fun to see them progress. It's fun to see them learn. It's a fun part of coaching.
Donnie, how does 11th in the nation sound?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it, but it's no big deal. It's whatever. Rankings don't matter. What really matters is what happens at the end of the season at regionals and nationals. That's what I really got my sights set on. I don't really care about the ranking, honestly, but it's cool.
Yeah. And for you, just being, since it's kind of like we're heading into the middle of the season right now, everybody wants to reach their max potential. How close do you think you are from reaching that?
I think I still got a lot of work to do. Obviously, there's a lot of things that I'm good at right now, and there's a lot of things that I need to work on. But I mean, I still think I got a lot of work to do before I'm going to be where I really want to be, to where I want to be, you know, an All-American, national champ, something like that. You know, there's a lot of work to do still there, I think.
And with this last meet against Western Colorado that you guys had, didn't count for RMAX, but it was one heck of a comeback. How big was that for the whole team?
Oh, it was great. It was awesome. I mean, we hadn't beat Western in 4 duels before that, so the last 2 years, last time we did was my freshman year. And now it was just great to be a part of that and be in that duel where we finally beat Western again.
How big were those back-to-back pins, Payton?
I thought those back-to-back pins are huge, and I mean that's something that our team has really gotten better at. Is we're mitigating a lot of those bonus points that are coming in throughout those duels, and then we're getting those bonus points. And so I think that transitions well into being a really good duel team. And also in those tournament standings, when you start getting guys that are pulling up big points like that, it starts jacking you up into those podiums where you can start competing for an RMAC title, or you can start competing for national place in top 5, things along those lines. And so those back-to-back pins are huge, and I think we need to just continue to do stuff like that.
Payton, for you being around the scene for a little while and a lot of kind of youngsters coming in and it's a bigger team, tell me just kind of what you get in the field for this team now as we kind of approach that halfway point.
Yeah, like you were saying, we got a lot of new guys, and I think that helps because it allows us to get a lot of different looks. Sometimes you can get a little bit stagnant to a certain extent just working with the same guy over and over again, especially when that team kind of gets smaller throughout the season. But we've got a lot of tough guys, and being able to go and say, oh, I can work out with 10 or 15 different guys every single day really makes you a better wrestler overall.
Coach, can you kind of speak to that, just having a bigger team and, you know, maybe a little bit more time in the practice, you know, area, working together one-on-one or different routines, or just kind of more time to work with other wrestlers?
Yeah, well, having a bigger team, obviously, like Payton mentioned, gives more looks, more workout partners. I think that's important. Also adds to, you know, the depth of the team and the years of the team. That helps as well. You know, obviously, as we look down the road of getting better from not just, you know, competition to competition, but from year to year, you know, having the guys that have been in the room that have helped the team get better. And then, you know, there's only 10 weights. So when those guys have the opportunity to step in, they'll be ready. So, yeah, big team helps in a lot of ways. Also, you know, more work to put more hands on, you know, on the guys as well. But overall, it's what helps our team get better.
Where have you seen the team improve the most so far this season?
You know, that's a tough question because I think, you know, what makes Donnie better is different than what makes Payton better. And so, you know, that's kind of a complex question. But, you know, yeah, I mean, I could tell you for Donnie, it's getting into certain positions and technique and knowing what his skill set is has helped him to get better so that he realizes what his match should look like. For Payton, you know, he's a highly skilled wrestler. I think for him, it's getting his body strong and getting in shape. And, you know, obviously after kind of being out, and he's had 2 competitions and really from one to the next, he looked better, even though, you know, he may not realize it. You know, we see it. You know, he's a little bit more comfortable out there, a little more offensive kind of, you know, even though he's been in the room going. When you get matches that's under your belt, it kind of really helps get things going. Yeah, to answer your question, it's really different for every guy.
How mad do you get that, you know, Donnie can eat anything he wants? Like 5 times a day, and, you know, some of you guys are like, yeah, I'm drinking water today.
I got it a lot better than some of the guys, to say the least. I'm not one of the bigger 57-pounders in the country, to say the least. And I guess it's kind of the same thing with Donnie. We can walk in and be healthy every single time we walk out there, feel good, know we got a little bit of food in our systems, and yeah, a lot better than being 20 over or something along those lines, where a lot of these guys are cutting down crazy weight like that all over the country and wears you down. So not too mad at Donnie. But
This is more of a normal way for you too, so it helps. How close do you think you are to being where you want to be?
I think there's a lot of things to work on, obviously. I think we're getting ready to start. We're just going to continue to elevate, and we're getting ready to peak for that national tournament, those regional qualifier tournaments, things along those lines. And so we've still got time, a lot of things to still work on, a lot of film to review, and we're getting there.